So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Z4 Games and I'm bringing to you guys my own personal take on the fossil deck. So, I know Dale a long time ago when he did his fossil variant, so that I'll be bringing to you guys a dino variant, but in testing, it just never, not to say it doesn't work, it does work, and there's plenty of ways to play it, there's plenty of examples there on YouTube that you can find of the dino fossil deck. And if you guys really want me to bring that variant, I can scramble together a template for you guys to use. But you essentially use the dinosaur engine to help facilitate your Xyz plays and your Link plays, and just essentially give you a not pun intended, a skeleton for your fossils to then go in for the kill later down the games. It's essentially using the fossils as your turn 1 plays to help facilitate your fossils turn 2 plays. I've taken that aspect, but instead of using fossils, I'm using dinosaurs, and I'm using a different engine, one that I'm really thoroughly enjoying at the moment, and one that I don't see myself changing for the foreseeable future, unless like fossils get more support or there's more cheaper rock alternatives, or if Emancipators gets like reprinted to the point that they're really cheap. So I don't want to go down the Emancipator route because I think that's just a bit boring and it is frankly expensive. The only other route that I can see myself going down, or route that I can see myself going down, is the Rockstone variant with the Crocodiles and Fossil Dino and stuff like that. But yes, so this isn't the Dino variant, and if you do want that variant, again, post down in the comments below. Say, scream to me, Joe, you really want to see your version of the Dino variant and stuff like that, and I will then scramble together a build for you. So, with all that said and done, if you couldn't tell by the title, yes, I am playing a Megalith variant. So it is Fossil Megalith. Really fun, really cool, and really cheap as well. So, like, really, really cheap. So, with all that said and done, before I get to this, if you enjoy this, give us a like and subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any future content, because obviously, if you're enjoying something and you want to see more of it, you don't want to miss it, and that notification bell helps prevent that, and it's all greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So, with all that said and done, let's get into this Megalith fossils. So, the main thing that makes this fossil is the Weathering Soldier. I play 3 of it because I want to see it as soon as possible, because I want to then ditch it as soon as possible, use it for my ritual summons, send it off the Miracle Rapture and things like that, just to help search out your fossil cards, essentially your fossil fusion and your time stream. So that's why we're playing the Weathering Soldier at 3. The lowest I'd go is 2, and that's a lot of copy ratios that I see people playing is 2. But personally, I like 3. Now going to the Megalith. So the best one is the brand new one, Megalith Fall. This card just literally changed Megaliths from fun gimmick to like meta relevant. Like this Megalith, in recording this video, has gotten quite a few tops lately. It's really cool. More in the case of a stun variant with King Calamity, Synchro variant, and Magician Max from the Dark Magician. But this is really cool. So Megalith Fall is a level 2 rock ritual with 500 attack and 2k defense. You can ritual summon this card with a Megalith card. If this card is ritual summoned, you can target 1 ritual monster engraved. This card's level becomes the level of that target, then add that target to your hand. During the main phase quick effect, you can activate this effect, ritual summon 1 Megalith ritual from your hand or deck by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. You can use each effect of Megalith Fall once per turn. So the cool thing about it is that foil doesn't work like the others in the sense that you have to use it for your ritual summons. It essentially sits there as a continuous ritual spell that's a quick effect, which is really cool. The fact that you can alternate its level as well is very, very handy. The most level you're going to be doing is level 4, which then you can help you go into exceed spaces if you need to. But mostly you're going to be doing turn 1 is you're going to get this card out, maybe another ritual, another Megalith on the field, and then during your opponent's turn you're going to start ritual summoning into your disruptor, which is your Megalith before. Then start getting multiple pops on the field. That's the way that I'm currently playing it. I'm using the rituals to facilitate consistency, rock consistency, because they're naturally consistent, which is very, very nice. They're all rocks, they're all level 4s primarily. We go to max seed space for granite. And then I'm using the Megalith Foil to go into B4 on my opponent's turn and getting like 2-3 pops out of it. Like you say, you wait for that pinnacle moment. It's like, okay, cool, you've used all the resources. Cool. Right, foil, make B4, pop. Cool. Now you're either going to stop, extend, or if you've got the extenders, they can keep going, but their board's not going to be the same as they wanted. So it's going to be heavily weakened, which is going to be enough for you to then go, cool, turn 2, my turn again, fossil, punch, go for game. And that's how I'm personally playing it. There's many ways you can do it. You can change ratios a lot. I've done a lot of ratio testing with this, and this is what I'm currently testing out, and it's been testing out very, very nicely. So 3 copies of Megalith Foil is like the best Megalith. And then we have like the second best Megalith, which is Megalith Off-Field. Not once per turn to search a Megalith monster from your deck when ritual summoned. The only once per turn is that you can use it and any others to go for a ritual summon. It's very, very nice. Megalith Hagith. This searches your Megalith spells and traps when ritual summoned. Again, not once per turn, it's very nice, but once per turn where you use it and other monsters for a ritual summon. I'm playing 1 Megalith Owl. This is just like a draw 1, discard 1 when ritual summoned. I'm mostly using it as another level 4 that has the ritual effect where you can use it and anything else to go for ritual summons. Very, very nice. I play 2 B4s. The reason I play 2 B4s because that with Megalith Fuel you primarily want to ritual summon from the deck. So I like to have 1 more copy in the deck so that I can ritual this card out, get my multiple pops and go off from there. But the other extra copy is not really there because you can just discard it and then go for ritual summons. Very, very nice. I do play 1 Megalith Phalag to round up the Megalith's Megalith Engine. This is just essentially that on turn 2 you can get this card out and then your fossils can start getting huge. Like for every ritual in your grave of a different name, all monsters you control gain 300 attack. Which is very, very nice. So you're being able to get your Fossil King or your Skull Gios to ridiculous numbers is just very, very handy. That's it for the rituals. I'm playing 3 copies of Doki Doki. Now in testing I didn't have this card in the deck. Then I put it in the deck and it just fixed so many consistency issues. It's insane. It's very, very weird how it does that. But it's very, very cool as well. I don't see a lot of rock players or even Megalith players taking this card in. I think it could be really cool tech. But the fact that I can just ditch any additional rituals that I have in my hand at a level 4 and then start summoning things like Weathering Soldier out of my deck and then go into a link play and getting a search of Weathering Soldier. I can discard my level 8s to get additional fun tech that I'm playing in the deck onto the field. It's very, very nice. And it even facilitates stun elements because I'm also taking in 1 copy of Barrier Statue of the Drought. If you don't want to play Drought, you can also play things like Fossil Dinoplacocephalo just to get the additional stun variant of the deck for fossils, so that way you have a turn 1 play to go for. So I'm playing in the 3 Doki Doki. It's been doing really well at the moment. It's really cool to have both Doki Doki and Fold just sitting on your board. It's like, cool, ritual from the deck, summon from my decks. Like, it's just really, really cool. And I do really like to tech in the Doki Doki. And if you're not trying it out, try it out. It's really, really good. And again, the Barrier Statue of the Drought to lock my opponents out from anything that isn't Earth. And I play 3 1-off monsters in the deck to run up the monsters. I'm playing 1 guy. I play the Earth Giant. Helps you go second. You know, you get this card out. start halving your opponent's monsters and things like that. It's also themed from Jim Crocodile Crook, because this is his essentially main deck ace monster. You can actually summon this from anywhere, so you can actually Doki Doki out one of your level 8 rituals and then get this card onto the field from the deck. One Nibiru the Primal Being, you don't need any more copies because your whole deck can essentially make Galleon Granite no matter what. So you can just make Galleon Granite, search Nibiru if you have to, like worst case scenario, call, pass turn. My opponent's going to fear going off unless they can get that 5th summon negate, because they know you got a Nibiru in your hand. And then one copy of Nemesis Keystone. This is a really good card to either search or if you just have in your hand. You can just go call Keystone, shuffle something back into my deck, get this card out, go into a link, banish this for your fusion summons or your Gaia Plate summon if you have to, and then call, end phase, get it back to your hand. That's it for the monsters. Moving on to spells. One of the best Megalith spells is Megalith Unformed. This essentially helps you unbrick with all your Megaliths. Like, I rarely brick because I'm playing this. So long as you have this and a Megalith in your hand, you're going to get your file, and then your file is going to get you recovery back, and then you can get that summon, you can get some from the deck, and you start searching. This and file, this and any Megalith is just a great hand. Any level 4 Megalith is great. So it's really good. And it also helps you go second as well, because you can lower all your opponent's monsters, so that way your fossil can just beat over essentially anything they come across, which is very, very nice. One copy of the Megalith Portal. You only really need one copy. The most Marpo plays 2. But yeah, one copy of Portal. You search this with your Hagao and that's it. That's it for the Megalith spells. 3 copies of Fossil Fusion. You could probably jot it down to 2 if you want to, but I like to play 3 copies. I do play 2 time streams. Again, you can play this at 3, but I like to play 2. I don't want to see time stream as much. I want to see Fossil Fusion more. So I play that. 3 copies of Miracle Rupture. I don't play Foolish Bow. You can if you want to. I just play 3 Rupture. It's just simple as that. And then 1 copy of Monster Reborn. This could be the Foolish Bow if you want to. But you can being able to revive your rituals after your ritual summon or your fusions is very, very handy. For the traps, I'm playing 4 of them. 1 copy of Megalith Engagements. I rarely search this, but it's nice to just have in the deck as just that continuous chapter to keep getting your Megaliths back. And for the roundup, the main deck, I'm playing 3 copies of Gozen Match. This can be Rivalry, whichever you feel is a bit more potent for your locals or your online tournaments. But I like to play this. This was Torrential, but I felt like this was just a lot better to go first, is because you flip this up with your Megalith board and you're just like, your opponent's just not going to be able to play. Because not only do they cannot play multiple attributes, but then you're just going to like bow for anything, any possible advantage that they're trying to get out. And it's just insane. Like, it's really, really good. But it can be Rivalry if you want to, whichever fits your playstyle. That's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. For the fossils, I'm playing 2 copies of Skull Bone, 1 copy of Skull Gar for the level 4 ratio, 2 copy of Skull Knight, and then 2 copies of Skull King and the 1 Skull Gears. The Skull Gears is the reason this deck took so long to profile. I guess it came in handy because it just meant I got to do more testing and then get the build perfectly for you guys. But yes, this is my current ratio. The only thing I'm thinking about doing is dropping the ratio down to just this. You want to primarily get your Skull Bones access, or like the Skull Bones, Skull Gar ratios fluctuate, but I'm thinking of dropping it down to just 1 of each of this, because I already summoned 2, but that's just something I am toying around with mentally at the moment. But yes, that's it for the fusions. There's not much to say. They all do their things. They all help you go second. They all search out your stuff, and they are all very cool. I play 3 XCs, rank 4s primarily, 141 Babushka, 1 number 60, and 1 Galleon Granite. You play this in every fossil variant no matter what. This is just cool for you when you go for your turn 2, you make this, and then either apply it to your Skull King or your Skull Gears, and you just have a huge monster doing double damage. And then you have your Babushka for your turn 1 plays if needed. And I play 4 links. 1 of Unchained Abomination, there's a reason why this card's in here. 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Quash Sheep, and 1 Mrs. Radiant. Mrs. Radiant you tend to make just because it's easy, it gives all your monsters a boost. You're not really going for negation plays, you're mostly going for high damage value numbers, and this is really, it helps you get those high damage value numbers because it ups all your earths by 500. Cross shape, you're primarily fusion deck, but you're also a ritual deck as well, so you can get the best of essentially arguably the best effects on this: the draw 2, discard 2, and the free recovery. Nightmare Unicorn, this is like the best generic link free to mate. This is a free removal, and the reason the Unchained Abomination is in here because I was taking extra burial goods, a Dark Calling and Dark Gaia play in the deck, and this was your main target. You ditch this up with extra force burial goods, and you Dark Gaia, you Dark Calling into a over 5,000 attack point Dark Gaia, 5,000 at the bare minimum because you have the 3,000 attack of Unchained Abomination and a 2k Reveling Soldier to banish to apply to that. This can be any link for that you want to. I'm thinking of putting in a what is it? That link for dragon that lets you draw for, like, I can't remember his name on top of my head, but I was thinking of putting him in here just because he is the best earth attribute link for that you can make. That is relatively on a budget. Yes, guys, that's the deck. That's my Megalith fossil deck, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, leave your comments down below what you think of this. It's really fun, really cheap, really budget, and I highly advise you guys to give it a go. It's really cool. I've been bouncing ideas with Michael here on the team, so big shout outs to you, Michael. You know, I appreciate you listening to my idea bouncing theories on fossils. But I just want to try and make fossils not only the best that I can, but the most fun, enjoyable, and budget friendly as I can as well. I don't want to be doing Adamantipare. It's not cheap. A lot of people don't find it fun. So I try to find the next best thing. And again, if you guys really want to see that Dino variant, post it down below, and I will try and bring that to you guys. So for that as well. So as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.